Hey, Dr. Rana, it's Guys here today. Alright guys, focus. You're about to graduate dental school sooner than you think. They're gonna kick your butt out, lock the doors the moment you stop paying them tuition. Then you'll have to be left finding your own job and carve your own path out in this world. Then you'll quickly realize nobody in private practice wants to hire somebody like you fresh out of school. Now what are you gonna do? Well, that's why I made this video today. Stay tuned right now to see how I safely navigated graduation and landed a $300,000 salary fresh out of school as a new graduate by joining corporate dentistry. Okay, so as you probably guessed by now, I am of Indian heritage, and if you have any Indian friends, you know that Indian people love spice. You can smell them from a mile away. So, to tribute to my heritage today, this episode is going to be extra spicy. This video will be controversial for sure, but I think it's important to address the elephant in the room. That being the possibility of joining corporate dentistry right out of school. It worked extremely well for me, so I may be a little biased, but I genuinely think it's a fantastic choice. So let's dive right into it. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this one. I want to discuss why I think it's crucial for a new graduate to consider working in corporate dentistry right after school or residency. Well, if you opt for corporate dentistry, you'll have the security of a guaranteed salary. Having anything in this world guaranteed is absolutely a game changer. This is advantageous because in private practice, dental contracts can sometimes be ambiguous or unfair towards the associate dentist. And if you've been around the field long enough, you should be familiar with this old saying they used to use. And that saying goes, dentists eat their young. This means that they exploit new graduates by working them to the ground and paying them as little as possible. While this may not always be the case, working in a corporate setting ensures that your pay structure is at least clearly outlined, with a base salary and possible production bonuses. This is coupled with a steady flow of patients to work on to constantly build up your skills. And this stability is essential because in private practice, you have limited control over variables that may impact your income greatly. Consider this. If you work under someone in private practice off commission, you may not have a guaranteed stable flow of patients that walk in through that door. Most private practice owners simply don't have the patient base to hire an associate doctor. So if you get 33% of everything that you produce, that's great. But what if you're only seeing 3 to 4 patients a day? Once that daily guarantee runs out, a lot of new graduates are in a tough situation with not enough work to produce a high income. Additionally, what if the owner doctor decides to handle all the big cases themselves? You know what they'll say, oh, you don't have the experience to do a case like this. I'll take this one, doc. You get the next one.
Oh no!
That full mouth reconstruction that you just treatment planned could end up going to a different doctor, leaving you with zero production and zero compensation. Guys, I've seen this happen to my friends in private practice. Don't think it won't happen to you. I know, it's frustrating to be in these positions, I get it. School simply doesn't equip us with the necessary knowledge about the contracts that we have and the best opportunities for new graduates. And that's precisely why I'm making this video today. I'm not here to convince you to do corporate dentistry. I'm just trying to educate the next generation of dentists on all the options they have. I'm sure you hear horror stories about corporate dentistry too, and those stories themselves have validity to them. I have friends in corporate dentistry that are living through those now. But my personal experience is quite different from that, and I'm simply not afraid to share my journey with the world. Considering the guaranteed base salary in the range of $150,000 to $220,000 that corporate dentistry offers right out of school, it's an excellent option for anyone starting out on their journey. Literally no graduate right out of school has the experience or speed to produce $600,000 of quality dentistry, which equates to about $200,000 a year in annual income. So being paid that much money in our first year of dentistry is truly amazing. I highly recommend considering corporate dentistry based on the job security and guaranteed salary they provide. Trust me, we all have a lot of learning to do when we first graduate. I was the most confident kid coming out of school, and this profession has definitely humbled me. So getting paid to learn has been a huge plus in my journey. Now let's move on to the second point, the invaluable experience you'll gain as a dentist while working in a corporate setting. I chose to move to Florida because the office I'm working at is a top office in the country. We generate nearly $4.5 million annually. My company invests almost $10,000 per month in marketing for my office alone. This means you'll have a constant stream of patients exposing you to a wide range of cases. You'll have the opportunity to create extensive treatment plans and perform various procedures. These procedures include large crown and bridge work, big surgery cases, dentures, Invisalign, and much, much more. Real-world exposure, repetition of treating cases, and following up with your patients will be incredibly beneficial to you right out of school. When I joined corporate dentistry, I experienced a life-changing shift. Despite my passion for dentistry, school didn't provide me with enough exposure to become fully ready and confident to enter private practice. Now, thanks to the repetition and speed I've gained, I can seamlessly work across multiple chairs and feel much more comfortable than some of my friends who pursued residency or started off in a really slow private practice. Tip number 3, I want to emphasize the concept of the new normal in dentistry, which is corporate dentistry itself. It's not something to shy away from. Instead, it's worth considering. If you're around my age, you probably have a smartphone or receive Amazon packages within 2 days. These are prime examples of how capitalism and corporate models dominate our entire life. And the same thing goes for dentistry. My company alone is opening a new office every 4 days with already 1,200 locations. They are rapidly expanding their reach. The days of solely perceiving corporate dentistry as evil or manipulative are long gone because there are incredible opportunities for growth and development as a dentist just as long as you're willing to adapt and make the necessary sacrifice. Now I understand you may be dreaming of owning your own private practice one day, but guys, you need to accumulate experience and knowledge first. I know you'll get there. By joining a corporate office, you become part of a profitable business system that will train you in managing your own dental empire one day. The days of solely perceiving corporate dentistry as evil or manipulative are long gone because there are incredible opportunities for growth and development, just as long as you're willing to make the necessary sacrifices and adapt for change. And hey, even if your stay is temporary, it will undoubtedly enhance your clinical skills and make you a better clinician in the long run, just as long as you don't keep some of those bad habits you pick up along the way. Now, this may come as a surprise to a lot of folks, but corporate dentistry now invests significantly more in their current doctors' education. Gone are the days when it seemed like they didn't care and simply exploited us until we burned out. It seems the higher-ups of the DSOs have shifted their focus recently, from constantly hiring and firing to now retaining and developing their doctors. Nowadays, they offer extensive support and numerous clinical opportunities. They provided me with free courses on patient acceptance, implants, and various other subjects. There's a ton of learning available if you so choose to pursue it. For example, I've gotten oral conscious sedation trained through a doc sedation course. If you haven't seen my sedation videos, please check them out right here. I learned all of this on the corporate dollar. This is a $3,000 course that my corporate office helped me finance. Moreover, they have taught me essential skills needed to be a great dentist that I simply didn't learn in school. This includes workshops on how to be a leader in the office setting, patient communication, and denture troubleshooting. The cost analysis clearly demonstrates the benefits of investing in the growth and development of your existing team. So when you consider working in corporate dentistry, just think about the growth potential and the valuable experience you'll gain. Okay, now let's talk about the dream of dentistry. We've all heard somebody tell us, work 4 days a week, you're gonna make a great salary, enjoy a great, cushy, relaxed lifestyle as a dentist. But the reality is that running a successful dental business requires much more than clinical skills. I've come across dentists who are incredibly wealthy, despite average clinical abilities, solely because they possess exceptional business acumen. These people understand marketing, business ownership, and how to run an effective practice with low overhead. What better place to learn these business skills than in a corporate setting where they've created 1,000+ locations based off this business model that they have perfected on profit and loss management. They've already done the research. They know which materials are cost effective and clinically acceptable. By working in corporate dentistry, you'll have the opportunity to spend time at the front desk, learning about insurances, fee scheduling, and overall business operations. This hands-on experience was invaluable for me, as it's much more cost-effective to learn these principles on somebody else's dollar. If you ever decide to start your own private practice, this knowledge will prove invaluable to you. If your first time learning about a missing tooth clause is when your last name is on that front door, you're gonna be losing a ton of money in ways you don't even realize yet. Taking this step is an investment in your future successes, both as a dentist and a business owner. And that concludes today's episode, my friends. Look, I understand that there may be some criticism surrounding my decision to highlight the positive aspects of corporate dentistry. Let me clarify that I'm not sponsored by a DSO, nor was I forced to make a video like this. It is true that corporate dentistry often gets a bad reputation, but the story today I present to you is one of triumph. In the pursuit of our dreams, we must be willing to make sacrifices in the short term to achieve greater rewards in the long run. I won't claim that it's a perfect job without any drawbacks. There are negatives to be encountered, as with any job, and I'll make a video about that too. However, holding out for the elusive perfect opportunity often leads to instability in a young doctor's career. I chose to join corporate dentistry because it was the best option available to me at the time. I made the decision to take the hard road, relocating 1,200 miles away from the bustling streets of New York City, away from my friends and family, to move to rural Florida. It wasn't an easy transition for me. I didn't know a single person in the state. Nevertheless, I recognized that this was an opportunity of a lifetime to pave the way for my future successes. And I'm happy to have taken this route, so now I'm better able to help you in your own journey. And I know when that time comes, you'll make the best decision for yourself and your future as well, my friend. Lastly, I appreciate you all for tuning into my channel. Your support means the world to me. I'm overjoyed to have a platform like this to share my knowledge and assist other people. If you're ever having trouble deciding on what route to take, just reach out to me on IG. I'll be more than happy to offer a helping hand. So if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. Stay tuned for the next episode. And here you have it, guys. Dr. Rana, always take care.